we do not truly value what we have until we lose it. This can apply to many aspects of life. For some train conductors in Tulsa, Oklahoma, it was a friendship with a little girl named Rio, who waved to them every day from the window of the building located next to the railway tracks. 3 years after the start of this unusual friendship, the train conductors noticed that Rio stopped appearing in the window. A note was attached to the window, which broke their hearts. Brian Heffley Shepherd shared this touching story on his Facebook page. My family's business moved to a new location about 3 years ago. The store was located right next to the railway tracks, which meant that everything happening with the locomotives was clearly visible from the window. Rio loved it. The train conductors noticed Rio waving at them from the window and began to wave back. Over time, it became their ritual. They rang the bell, she ran to the window, they opened the windows, waved at each other, and smiled. Every time, I had tears in my eyes when I saw it. Then, a few weeks ago, Rio started going to school. The fact that she started school was harder for me than I had expected. But it was even harder on the first day when the train came, and she wasn't there. They rang the bell, opened their windows, but I was the only one who could respond. I stood at the window, cried, and weakly waved at them. The next day, I wrote a note. I simply wrote that she had started school. I heard the bell, ran to the window, and picked up the note. It was 3 weeks ago. Oh, how I cried. This morning, just a few minutes after the store opened, someone knocked on the door. It was a man in a bright yellow shirt with earrings hanging from his neck. I thought it was a construction worker coming to talk about the repair we wanted to do in the store. I was wrong. This man came in to ask about the little girl with light hair who waved at the trains. He was one of the conductors, and they were all wondering what had happened to her. That day, the train was small, they stopped it opposite the store, and he decided to go into the building. The conductors assumed she had started school, but they wanted to make sure. He said that her attention always cheered them up. For 3 years, they had waited for this moment every day. They missed her and wanted to do something for her. He asked if they could give her something. I replied that, of course, they could give her a gift for her birthday, which would be in a few weeks. This unusual friendship, which lasted for several years, was something incredible. Knowing that it affected them as much as it affected us fills me with love and hope. Today's visit and their kindness to Rio reaffirm my belief in kindness and humanity. I will never forget this day. This story is a great example of true friendship, showing that even the smallest gestures can have great significance. What an amazing story! Dear friends, if you like the video, give it a like and subscribe to the channel, where you will find many more interesting things.